This is our first walk around problem, and we have all these tangents to the circle. Our goal is to find the length of segment EF. So we'll call that length X. And because from a point outside of the circle, we can always draw two tangents, and those two tangent segment lengths are equal. That means that this length is also equal to X. Since the length of segment DE equals 9, that means then that this next segment we can look at is 9 minus X. Going from this tangent point to point D has got to be 9 minus X, because then if we added these two lengths together, the X plus the 9 minus X, that gives us 9, and that's supposed to be the length of segment DE. We're going to continue walking around this problem. This length also has to be 9 minus X because it's congruent to the other tangent length. The length of segment DC is 14, which means that this next length is 14 minus the quantity 9 minus X. So then, if we added these two segments together, that length would come out to 14, which it's supposed to be for the length of segment CD. Now I'm going to do a little bit of algebra and simplify this. 14 minus 9 is 5, minus X is positive X, which means that this length here could also be written as 5 plus X, and that's going to be the next length we have as well. So these two segments are congruent to each other as well. They don't look like they're in the same form right now, but they are congruent to each other. BC equals 13, so we're going to take 13 minus this length to give us the next segment that we have. So from point B to this point of tangent C is 13 minus the quantity 5 plus X. Then if we simplify that, that comes out to 8 minus X. It's also going to be the length of this segment. So just keep walking around and getting all these congruent segments. The length of AB is 12, so then we're going to take 12 minus this length to get the next little piece that we have. So this is going to be 12 minus the quantity 8 minus X. And if we simplify that, that comes out to X plus 4. And now we're all the way back to this beginning. If we were to add these two lengths together, this distance plus this distance, it would give us the length of segment AE, which is 10. So then I'm going to add the X plus 4 plus the X, the turquoise length plus the yellow length, and that's equal to 10. 2X plus 4 equals 10. Subtract 4 from both sides, divide by 2, and X equals 3. FE is what I was trying to find. We put in the temporary variable of X for it, so the answer to this problem is the length of EF equals 3. Now if you're going to plug that back into all these different lengths, then all of these original values still should hold up. For instance, if I put my 3 in right here, then we would have 9 minus 3, which means that this length is actually 6. Plug in our 3 right here. 9 minus 3 is 6. 14 minus 6 is 8. 6 plus 8 is 14, and that's what the length of CD is supposed to be. I could plug it in for everywhere else and check also. There is our answer.